Roach, will you
Yes, sir.
pledge the flag? Yes, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll now have public comments for the 2011-2012 tax levy order. The floor will be open for comments concerning the 2011-2012 tax levy order, and comments, if any, will be recorded. Did anyone sign in for comments for the tax levy?
I move that you approve it. I second.
All those in favor to approve the tax levy order? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Motion carries. We are to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Motion's been made to adjourn,
I second.
and it's seconded. All those in favor to adjourn?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. We are adjourned. Let's call the order for the pledge again. This meeting will be called to order. The approval of the minutes for March the 31st, 2011 special meeting and April the 4th, 2011 regular meeting. We have a motion by Mr. Priestley and a second by Mr. Curry. All those in favor to approve the minutes for March the 31st and April the 4th regular meeting? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Now we are in public comments. Public comments. First is the Lincoln County Commission.
We just appreciate you letting us comment early. We just had a meeting this evening ourselves, and in that meeting, we were able to approve the commitments that we had made earlier to the board about how we might be able to help the ball field football program. And so what we'd like to do this evening, Mr. Raymond, I'd like to present the $100,000 check to be used on the football program for Lincoln County School System. So we just want to make sure that that got here and got to use.
Thank you.
And we'd like to accept.
Definitely accept.
Look at her over there.
This is good news for everybody.
Hey, yeah. It's very good news, thank you.
And we hope we don't have to come back again.
Hey, there's always next year.
There's one thing I'd like to say, that the $100,000 means a lot. That's a substantial amount of money. But over the last year, we've been able to help the school system in other ways. One example was Ranger had approached us a meeting ago asking for $500 that would be used to purchase every child in the school one book. And I went to Ranger yesterday and was able to look through the book fair with the kids. And I think sometimes we forget about those little things, that maybe the $100,000 will be a major step in the direction of establishing a football complex. But those little things that we've been able to partner with over the years, I would like to see us continue being able to do. And I'm proud that we are from Lincoln County. We have the best kids in the state.
We thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Alicia Cook.
Is it all right if I stand right here?
Yes, ma'am.
I called the Lincoln County Schools last week. I tried 30 minutes to get through to that school, and I couldn't. Every mailbox I went to was full.
I have a question. I don't want to interrupt you. Are you talking about Lincoln County High School?
Yes.
Okay.
And when I finally got through, I had to call the Board of Education, and they connected me with that school. Now, my complaint at the time was about a pair of sweats, or it wasn't about the sweats really, it was about a check that the softball team had collected and hadn't cashed it. It had been 2 months. Okay, I was just curious if the check got lost, whatever. But Mr. Saxon seemed to make a big deal out of it, that I was there more concerned about the sweats that I had never received, which I wasn't there for that. And he just kept on and on and on. Then also I heard today that he went to the ball game the second day of that and blabbed my mouth all over to the ball field. That I was an irate parent.
Ma'am, I don't want to interrupt you, but if if we address personnel or we refer to somebody, then we'll go to an executive session because we don't want to slander any personnel. And I'm just, and if you want to do that, we can do that.
For your protection.
It's for your protection.
All right.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we go into an executive session to address personnel. All those in favor to go into executive session, say aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. I'm just joking.
President Matthews.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I would like to say that this particular incident about difficulty in finding a person and all these numbers, Mr. Linville was made aware of that, and he is working on that. He apologized to the lady that was here already, and I will get back with the board, but we will send a journal and whatever we can do to publish numbers to make it easier on our public. But I want you all to know that it's already being worked on by our high school.
That's fantastic, Mr. Roach. I'm glad you're right on top of things. Okay, delegations to be heard. Ann Ramsler? Did I say that correctly?
You did indeed. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm with the, my name is Ann Ramsler, as you said, Step by Step in Charleston, and also affiliated with the Lincoln County Youth and Prevention Coalition. And most of you have probably heard of our prescription drug take-back day, I think. Does everybody have a copy of that? Okay. So just like to bring this up here today. Lincoln County High School has, some of the kids have made posters for this event. And today, I think they were doing some kind of video presentation to give to the other students in the high school. So I'm very pleased about that this is getting through to kids. We're also have many other routes of, the county commission today has approved of a letter they're going to send to all the churches in the community, and the Crime Watch groups and health department. Everybody seems to be on board with making this a successful event. We had, in September, I understand there was an event like this, but only 2 people showed up. So to avoid this happening again, we have TV ads, we're just trying to make this as obviously as big an event to educate people and to hope people will turn out. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Communications is key. All right, let's move to the administrative section. If we're looking at the administrative section, have you all had a chance to read the administrative section of the agenda?
Yes.
A is the adoption of school calendar. You all seen that. B is the Jamie Carter to ride the school bus. And then C is out of county transfers. D is the rescission of the contract with Chief Logan State Park. E is the approval of the contracts with Glade Springs Resorts. F, the agreement with the State Auditor's Office to provide audit service for the individual schools in Lincoln County. And G is school volunteers. And that would be Angela Storm. H is a lease agreement with Appalachia Service Project Incorporated. I is a memorandum of agreement between Youth Works, and I think we have a new attachment for that. Did you all see that Brenda gave us? J is out-of-state travel. And that is all for the administrative section. Do you all have any questions?
Yes, I just wanted to know, have we made a change in 2 months there compared to the initial one?
Yes, there's, we've added some days, OS days moved to after March 1st is the only thing, the major thing that we've done, if that's what you're
So I
asking.
just noticed on the initial one we had 17 days in the 6th month, now we have 19. And then in the 8th month, we went from 17 to 19. In other words, those two are just reversed.
Brenda, you want to address it?
Well, the state code requires that you have 6 non-instructional days after March 1st. So we had to move all of our OS days and then one CD day. Of course, that was the calendar preferred by the majority of employees, and the calendar number 4 option. And we did have to make those changes after they voted, but it didn't change the beginning and ending date. It did not change the breaks.
And other calendars also had the same error, so it
Yeah.
would not have affected anything.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
thought.
they've
it
given
was.
us verbal approval, and of course, we will submit it now as approved by this board if you all are so inclined.
I just want to clarify, because I assumed it
Yes.
was one of those legal requirements.
Yes.
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 Thank
We
you.
kind of
Thank you,
overlooked
Brenda.
that.
All right, any other questions?
Mr. President, just the first and last dates in the bottom left corner, I assume that should say last day instructional term should be 2012.
Correct.
Yep.
How many times
Thank
I've
you,
looked at
Sean.
that?
John's on top of it.
All right.
He made me face Donna Martin, the world's best proofreader. Good.
Have you seen our paper?
So on the first one, it was that way.
Thank you,
Now,
Sean.
you know, there is one other little mistake maybe that you didn't see.
Lincoln County spelled wrong?
No, the very last day of employment says June 2nd. It's supposed to be June 4th,
June.
because Friday is the 1st, there's no way Monday's the 2nd.
At least you owned up to that.
I owned up to that one. I have corrected it on my pen drive, but there you go.
I was so hung up on 179 days, because I know we didn't have it, used to be 180 all the time, and I thought it was just
This
an
is,
error.
this is a special election.
Yeah, right.
That's the, they
That's
made
what I
a change
figured
to
after I
that.
thought, 2 election days, so I understand.
It's pretty interesting too. But anyway,
I
So
move
we're
we
going-
accept them. Administrative items.
I second the motion to accept all administrative items. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Let's move to the finance section. Ms. Gandy?
We have invoices to be paid, $1,073,746.87, and I have all the invoices here. Item B, we have budget supplements, $549,287, and I gave you guys a handout. If you'll turn to the second page of the handout, and the items in the square is the new money that went into the budget. If you have any, just look at it for a minute and have any questions about any of those. Any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions?
Biofuels, are we still doing that program? Is it still in operation? See some money here.
I'm not absolutely sure the answer. I can email,
Okay.
but I'm not absolutely. I think it is, but I'm just afraid to say.
I just can't prove it.
Yes.
Okay, item C is budget transfers of $1,070,163, and that's just directors cleaning up, no new money. Item D, payment of West Virginia School Board Association membership dues. Item C, accounting pension for Miller Joe Atkins, principal or assistant principal at Lincoln County High School. And if there's no questions,
Anybody have any questions regarding the finance? We have a motion by Mr. Curry to approve the financial statements.
I second with, I'm sorry, Mayor. I'll ask some questions after, okay, on some specific invoices. Go ahead.
Carol seconded the motion. All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Let's go to the personnel section. And Ms. Sims. Good job. Good job.
As you see, we have added, we hope a system that you will be able to identify each item easily with, if you have any questions on any of them. I like that.
I do too, it's very nice.
We aim to please.
On E4, Trish.
How nice is that? I mean, that's beautiful. Just do some work for it. Go ahead.
On E4, do we have a certified person to take the place of Ms. McIntyre?
We're ready to post that
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay,
Once
because it is
this
a true vacancy. so-
Yes, it is.
Meanwhile, you have
A substitute.
We have certified personnel always first chosen. But not always the case.
I know the Lewis test is coming up, and someone's gonna have to be cognizant of how to do those tests, those alternative tests, especially.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. So y'all see the personnel items? Any questions regarding any of the personnel items? A through E? A1 through E4?
I move we accept.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve the personnel calendar, statement, schedule, excuse me. All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Board comments, concerns? Mr. Roach, I believe you want to speak?
Well, what I'd like to do is to adjourn the meeting whenever that's appropriate and just go to my office, and I just want to show you two ideas of the sign and just get your druthers, what you'd like to see, how I should go forward. It wouldn't take very long, but to get the paper out, it's easier to do in there. I think so, because you're not making a vote or anything.
Sean, just go with, you're just gonna show us.
Yeah.
It's going to show us.
To get the paper out?
You're welcome.
I meant to get
Only
that big
joke.
paper of the picture he has in there out.
Oh,
I know,
yeah.
I was only
Yeah.
teasing.
All right.
You know, we-
And he
Anybody
also
else?
wants to talk about what date you're gonna adjourn to.
Oh, yes. The second thing is, I'm asking the board, because we have spring break, and our folks will be gone, would like to be gone without worried about getting an agenda together, we would like to cancel the May 2nd board meeting. But I also will probably reschedule one in the month of May for policies. So if that's possible, that's what I'd like to do. But,
And when you reschedule one, we'll probably have some personnel that we need to deal with at that time also. Would that be
Yes,
correct?
we're getting ready to post several positions.
And that would just depend on, which would be fine.
Would that also include some finance items?
It should, yeah, it should, because we'll have bills to be paid.
Just
Yeah.
just have another meeting and
Yeah.
add the policies, I guess.
Because it'd be policies would be,
Saturday, or we'll do that in the evening, we do policies. I know that's what we talked about.
the
actually.
policies I was hoping would be during the day because of keep our staff being here. But if we can't, we can't. And I wouldn't want to bring them in on Saturdays.
Right.
But we'll talk about that later. At least May the 2nd to be,
You're proposing another date later.
somehow, somewhere.
Well, I don't have a problem with council.
So when you adjourn, you can just adjourn until the May,
Next schedule.
the 16th, whatever that day was, the next regular meeting. And then we probably will schedule something, we'll let you know, when we can.
When it's needed by personnel and by finance, rather say that than just schedule one.
It is May the 16th, the next meeting.
Right. The third Tuesday of
Who's the
May,
phone?
third Monday of May.
It would be May the 16th.
That's the Monday.
That's Monday.
The third.
It's the third Monday.
We need to move.
I make a motion, we cancel the May 2nd meeting. All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Meeting's going to be canceled. May the 2nd. Are you going to be on vacation?
No.
What's going on?
I just have a question.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask. I'm 6 years here and I'm still learning, so excuse me if I've missed something here, but at the March 14th working session you held for the consideration of the applications for superintendent, I think I may have come and taken a picture, but I left because that's obviously a closed meeting. But there doesn't seem to be any point in the subsequent 2 weeks where there was a public decision to go from 8 candidates down to 2. All it says in the minutes of March 14th meeting is that there was an all yes vote on Donna's motion to go into executive session. But then, and we've reported this in the paper obviously, then there was the interviews and the decision that followed. I'm just wondering, was that a vote that took place in public, even though the public wasn't here? Or is it a vote that needs to take place in public, or is it something you don't vote on?
But I don't think it's anything, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it's anything that we have to vote on.
Okay.
I don't think so,
No,
because
it's not
what we
an open.
did was just scan through the applications, and some of them just weren't even considered. I mean, there
Okay.
was, they didn't qualify.
Okay.
It's just part of the process.
Yeah.
We didn't have to vote.
There was no
No.
vote that we had to
That you have
cast
to
for
take.
that.
Okay. Good enough. Thank you.
All right, so we've canceled the, is there anything else that you got? Okay.
I have a short,
Yeah.
just a short announcement. There's a new program called Take One that allows teachers to, for free, go through one module for national board certification. And I think it would be really, if our teachers know that, that would be advantageous, because we're certainly in support of national teacher certification. And there's 3 summer sessions throughout the state. It takes 1 day for one module, and the teacher would pay a $100 fee, be reimbursed for this program. And the first 100 applicants will be limited after that. It's just 100 applicants. So I just want, and I have the information here about the phone number. I just want our staff to know that there's a little bit of financial incentive to go toward the national teacher certification. So I want you to know too.
All right, good deal. Anybody else?
I have one thing, and I wasn't able to pull it up here in time to tell you exactly who it is, but it's Steve Lawson. Do you guys know him?
That name sounds familiar.
I have no
Is
idea.
it Jerry's brother?
I don't know, I was asking.
They have a brother named Steve, Stephen, Randy, and Jerry.
That's who it is then.
Pleasant View?
Jerry's.
That's where he's from.
That's probably
He had contacted me, he does, he sings, and he has a choir, or he does concerts or something like that. And he had contacted me about doing something in Lincoln County. And I told him I didn't know exactly what our policy was as far as him holding a concert here. So is it okay if I have him to call you and talk to you about that?
Yes. They have concerts all the time. There's concerts all the time at Lincoln County High School. I mean, you know, I think you would just have to contact Mr. Griselle and see what's on schedule.
Oh.
Mr. Right.
What'd I say? Oh, I meant Mr. Lemon. Huh? It's called a Freudian slip. What about that? No, I'm just, come on, that's a bad one, wasn't it? Huh? I say Griselle, didn't I?
You can't get out
Well,
of
they call
that.
Mr. Lemon. I mean, they have concerts there all the
I
time.
kept thinking Mr. Griselle works up at the Civic Center in Charleston, so
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
I've
Hey,
been
you
better
can
off
call me
sticking
in
with
too.
The way you
It
guys,
happens.
they have young Christian groups and
Yeah.
things like that, and he would like to put that on.
Probably Mr. Limble would be a very good person to start with, since it goes, a lot of things go through with Mr. Limble. At least a start.
It doesn't slow
Yeah.
That's a word thing to have.
Yeah, that's good if that's all that ever happens. You've done really well.
All right, what about the chairs?
What we had talked about as far as chairs, is to let the courthouse borrow the chairs for that one, event on Thursday. And then they will return them here. They will be returned here.
And they could borrow them at any time they
Yeah.
need them, but the storage and ownership, so to speak, needs to be with us. Because we're, with our new commencement exercises and
Right,
things.
outside.
Outside and inside, you need to set up both places. But again, we work well with the county commission and wouldn't be any problem. It'll be cheap storage because it'll be down here.
What
Yeah.
event is it?
It's a commencement they're having on Thursday. What is it?
They're honouring Corporal Rodney Breedlove. He was a Marine
right.
that
I'm sorry
fell in
about
the
that.
1960s in Vietnam.
They need to borrow some chairs.
Like 50 chairs just for that event, and then they will return them here, and then we'll have to be able to set up at the gym and the ball field, hoping it doesn't rain. But they were very pleased with that.
Now, I'd like to say that, just for a moment, that Mr. Limbo has set up things, and he's trying to set it up identical, a gym and a ball field. So when they practice, it's not trying to learn two different commencements. It's all kind of, the chairs are the same location. They come up on the stage the same side. So he's really trying to make it easy for the kids and everyone to, be seated. And they're pulling in, again, the portable bleachers and where the parents will sit and the number of tickets being given. I commend the administration on trying to work at this to make it happen.
You just go ahead and keep that.
Thank you.
Okay,
What it's all about. Anybody have anything else? All right. And we're going to adjourn until, not May the 2nd, but we're going to do it, May 16th? Yeah, May the 16th. I make a motion we adjourn until May 16th, 2011, 6 o'clock. It's the county office.
That's it.
All those in favor to adjourn? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.